Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I gotta go.
You want to ask me?
I want to ask everybody.
Because I forgot what I said to that question. Honestly. What did I say? Do you remember what I said?
That's what I said. I don't remember if it was when we had found that tree and we
Yeah.
started talking about the tree, and I'm asking myself, I don't know if I ever asked you.
What would you ask a tree? I feel shrooms in my stomach. What would I ask a tree?
Wait, what is this? What are we recording? What is this?
Jam, Trei, Trinity, and Micayla ask and answer each other's questions on shrooms.
I would ask a tree, how does it perceive humans? Like, how does it perceive human life? What could we be doing differently to live more in harmony? That's all I would ask it.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Would you ask a tree a question?
I think I would ask specifically, like, what have you observed? And what have you seen in passing that's been the most interesting to you? Because I don't feel like from the outside in, like, we're that interesting from a tree perspective. but I mean, maybe it has some stories. So I'd want to know what it observed. Sure.
Like, side note, how do trees grow? Like, is there like a tree seed?
That could make you into a tree if you die.
I know, but is there a seed for a tree?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Wait, I'm upset. My shrooms are kicking in, but my stomach is starting to hurt. It's
Like cramping?
cramping, and I don't know what to do because I don't want to take.
Pills and shrooms.
Make
Yeah.
some tea. Do you have raspberry tea or something?
I have tea, yeah. But I took some this morning and when before we left the house, and it didn't stop until I took the Advil, and it's like I don't want to mix them like at all, and so I don't know what to do because it's like I don't like my heating pad helps, but it's like I don't know when they'll go away, and they're not bad. It's just like I don't want it to get worse. And it's like I don't know how I'm gonna deal with that. Especially because I'm starting to feel it. No one has any insights.
I feel like my thing. I feel like you just would have to take them. I mean, what's the reason for not? You're not gonna feel terrible.
That Elite. You think it's okay for me to like take that with the shrooms?
Yeah.
Like it's not gonna fuck up my trip?
I mean, no, I don't think so. I don't think at all. And even if it does, you don't want your stomach hurting on your trip anyway. So it's like, something has to be done.
Okay.
Unless you rather tolerate it.
No.
So yeah, you'll be fine. It's not like gonna drive you. You know.
I think I'll just wait.
Yeah, wait. I was gonna say that too.
Wait the furthest that I can.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. Just wait till because you were worried about how bad it can be, but just wait till it gets there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
For a tree, I guess. I was just wondering what the way
you're so unenthused to ask the tree a question.
Oh, I mean, I just like. I think that I just be in conversation with it. I just let it flow, but I think that I would ask it what kind of wisdom does it have for humans? Because like, with the way that trees just like change with the season and bear different seasons, I feel like it would have a lot of wisdom with like knowing that of course everything comes full circle, but
it's just like in the flow of life.
Everything comes in full circle. It's in constant change, and in every step of the way it seems to be embracing that change, because when one season comes, it knows that the next one is going to come, and it's going to keep going like that over and over and over again. So like life is like that. I mean, we feel like we don't really know what's going to happen, but we already do. But it's just a matter of us being comfortable with it and open to receiving it, because even in the winter it might be cold and shit like that, but there's still good things that come to life in the winter.
Yeah.
So
Probably things we don't even know about.
yeah, I would just wonder what it would tell us to make that resonate with us, make us more trustworthy of that.
That's a good one.
Thank you for answering.
What would you ask a tree?
So I wrote about it, and I just read it before we started, and y'all said everything.
Oh, for real?
That's why I was laughing. 'Cause I'm like, my brain's talking.
My brains.
The only question that I had that was very specific was like, do you ever feel stagnant? Like, do you feel stuck? Like,
that's
do you wanna
a good
move?
question.
Like, you're right here.
Bro,
have y'all seen
Them niggas be moving,
Have you
bro. Them trees be
But
moving,
yeah, like,
bro.
But like
whole different
Like like
themselves.
moving, like like them niggas be walking. Apparently, like niggas be on TikTok talking about they be seeing them niggas like. Well, I've seen one person like, yo, like this shit is real. Like I've only heard about it. Like yeah, like it was like walking. Like don't ask me.
Okay.
There's a great movie that we should watch that kind of talks like that. It shows
the trees.
Bro, it's called A Monster Calls, and it's like this little boy, his mom is dying of cancer, and on his window of his bedroom there's a giant old ancient yew tree, which is like a tree that has like fruit that heals, and it like later in his life, as his mom is dying of cancer, the tree fucking comes to life and becomes a monster, and it like comes up to his door, and each night it starts to tell him like stories. And it's a great fucking movie, and I read the book when I was a kid, but it was like it's very profound, and it really makes you think about a lot of shit. But he tells him 3 different stories, and he's like, at the end you're gonna tell me a 4th story. And the kid is like, no, nigga, leave me alone. I don't know what analogies and eulogies you're speaking in, but this shit is fucking fire. The animations of that shit is fire, and Liam Neeson plays the monster of the tree, so you know that nigga fire. But yeah, trees are cool.
What do you think a tree would say that it feels stagnant? To that question, it would be like, yeah, or does it have a desire to? It probably doesn't have any desire to move, because I feel
content.
because I feel like it's really just like
I feel like I'm here.
it's stable, like it doesn't need to move.
Move where? Like, where would it go?
Oh nah. Yeah, I feel like it moves anyway in just like the flow of like, it's moving. It just doesn't have to uproot itself. That's what
I don't think it would want to.
Yeah,
Like with the way that roots spread and everything, I feel like they find their space and they're like, yeah, this is home.
That's true.
I just want to connect to everything else from this spot.
And then it's like they're
branch out.
communicating with other trees. Like the bigger the shit go, the deeper the roots. So it's like they're communicating with life around it. Like literally, where would a tree go? Like if it could walk, where would it go? Like where would it go? Like
maybe it wants to like congregate with other
you
trees.
think it's gonna move to the big city? Like
What's your biggest fear, James?
Damn. That's the question?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just see that
wow.
shit?
No, I didn't even read them.
Oh, okay.
Damn, the big city.
Stop. Fucking stop.
Damn, what's my biggest fear? I don't think I think about fears that much, just in general, so it's like, it's kind of wild. I feel like I just feel fear in certain moments, and then I just like
Okay, give me a moment.
adjust to it. But
that dog.
Oh god, that dog apparently.
perfect example.
Okay.
Like,
So
like that was fear, but it wasn't like, I don't know, like I wouldn't just fear that in general. Like I don't give a fuck. Like being out in the woods and shit like that,
Yeah.
that doesn't scare me. Like I know, like I get it.
You don't have fear in thought, but you know if it's shown
Yeah,
like
it's just fear in action, which is a weird thing to say, but.
You know what's funny? I never thought about like having a gun for humans, but I always felt like one of my biggest fears
Like against humans?
Yeah, and just like for human life, you know, niggas just feel like they gotta have a strap, like just being in the city or just existing. You know, you mentioned this in the song, like just traveling around and people are like, damn, you really don't have a gun. You're just like, nah, I don't need it because I don't have the fear. But I do consider it just like being in nature as much as I am in nature, and just like a grizzly bear running up on me or some shit. Like the thought of that does kind of like scare me.
On me.
You know, like a grizzly bear or like a fucking jaguar or some shit. Like I just
this nigga.
Yeah, I feel like I need
that
a
nigga
strap.
Ike told me that him and Eric were hiking
And they
in
saw
Malibu, bro.
Yeah.
Frozen in fear, just staring
At a jaguar.
Bro, that's crazy.
A
like what the
jaguar?
fuck?
Like
What would you do in that situation?
Nigga, I don't know, and I'm mad that I don't know because I have no formal education on that shit.
God.
Like,
Oh God,
what was school teaching me?
that's crazy.
Not how to fight a
Not the
jaguar.
important shit. Like,
At an
Fuck
open
no.
public park, like
wait, what?
for yeah, like nah, state park. You're going to enjoy yourself. You're just walking in Jaguar. What's next?
That's what I'm saying. I gotta have a strap for those.
You think that's the reason?
That's
Yeah,
what's scary.
Yeah, nah, bro. Because I literally just saw this video on Twitter where this dude was like in a boat and he was looking at these cute little black bears, these little cubs. He was like, "Oh, they're so cute," and then a big ass fucking grizzly just ran out of the fucking forest. Like, what the fuck, you know? And then nigga had to pull out the tool and like shoot at him because I thought, bro, look, I thought that shit was, I thought the water was deep. The nigga was on the boat. This fucking
like a gorilla
grizzly
guy
bear just
trying to
traversed.
dodge
That nigga ran
I'm
in the
thinking
water.
like-
He's like.
Mouse Cthulhu. That's the only thing.
Hot dog! Hot dog!
Now you have no other options in that
So, yeah.
scenario. It's gun or die.
It's gun or die.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll show
You
you.
ain't
the
fighting
video.
that shit. You ain't fucking Revenant, nigga. You ain't.
Yeah, fucking Leonardo DiCaprio.
You ain't fighting
Yeah,
that bitch.
No.
That's crazy.
Gonna die.
I'd like to hear yours. Your biggest
I
fear.
don't know. I really don't know.
Do you just kind of react based on
Yeah, like
the moment?
I used to be scared of bugs, but I ain't scared of bugs. You know, like I feel like fear just.
You don't have a fear of bugs no more. What
No,
got
like-
rid of that fear for you?
I be talking to them now, you know,
Okay.
but
So you just embrace bugs being in your face and was like, okay, y'all are my friends, y'all my niggas.
yeah.
Okay. Your biggest fear?
I don't like that question. It just feels so
Like I'm
one answer.
Yeah, like
Like,
now I'm trying to force
you know,
a fear.
and it. But like, I guess like I'm thinking of it in a sense of like what I come across in my day-to-day life that proves itself to stem from fear, and that's like anxiety, like my worrying and my like desire to control shit. Like today when I was getting ready, I was at the house by myself, and I'm just like, I kept like fantasizing about like what I'd have to do if somebody broke in, and it was like, it's so fucking annoying when I do that shit too, because it's like, it's my brain trying to protect me, and it's me trying to format control over whatever situation I'm in. Like even when I'm driving, I'm like, okay, like what would I do if a car just spun from the middle of the air and just came crashing down? Like, am I ready to make an abrupt turn and save lives? You know, like it's just
is that fucking fear though? Do you feel like that's fear or like
it's stemming from my desire to control because of fear of dying in a sense of not being in control. I'd rather say that because it's not death, like of not being in control, like it's just really me trying to protect myself. Like that's really what it is. Like I'm just, because I feel like there's been many times in my life where I haven't been protected or I didn't protect myself, and so now I'm like, if I am in a situation where X, Y, and Z happens, I need to be prepared for what I'm going to do. And that it's not even just like physical reaction. It's like, oh, like what if my family member dies? Like, how am I going to emotionally protect myself through the grief of dealing with that? And like, it's like a whole thing. So like, that's kind of how my brain be working. Yeah, like even when I asked you earlier if the door was locked, like that was me doing that. Like,
I get you.
And it's like, I don't,
something that simple too, like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that shit can spark an entire,
yeah, I mean, look at that bitch in that movie. Like, like,
yeah, true.
like that bitch
fucking true.
left the damn door open. Like, why?
I be having those same thoughts of there's a term for it. It's called Emperor the Perverse, and I made a song. I titled a song after it, and it's just like the thought that like you could. I mean, this might be like an extension of that fear, but it's like the thought that anything could happen at any moment that completely changes your life, and it's usually in a negative sense. Because like if I'm washing the dishes, I just think about how I'm like looking at the dishes and a nigga could just walk up and hit me. Like somebody wants to punch me in the back of my head. Like I don't know why I think that shit. Like I'm like somebody got revenge. They want to walk up and hit a nigga while he's not looking or something. And I'm like, why do I think that way? Nobody feels that. But it's just, I don't know. It's just a thought. Like we think those things because we wouldn't do those things. For example, like you're driving up the mountains or some shit, like we could literally, you know, take our own lives if we want to and just drive off the cliff. But it's like we know we wouldn't do it, so we just kind of project it in thought. And I think that's kind of what happens. And then like certain shit outside of our control, we don't want those things to happen, but we just kind of project them in thought, like somebody busting in this bitch with like a chainsaw or something, you know.
So I've been actively listening, but I've also been actively thinking about this question, like why the fuck is it so hard? And I'm like, all my fears seem conditioned, like when you said that. So like, usually the answer to this question I would have been so quick to be like, throw up. But right now that don't really resonate. It's just what I've been like telling myself, like you're still scared to throw up. That's some shit that happened in kindergarten.
What happened in kindergarten?
Bro, this little Mexican kid, and you gotta be very specific, cause like he used to throw up every day at nap time.
Every day.
Every single day. Every single day.
That shit would make me so fucking.
That's
How was he throwing? Like,
because
what?
recess was before nap time, lunch was before recess. And they could go outside trying to do too much.
Recess was before nap.
Did he throw up on you or just near you?
No, he
like?
just interrupted my sleep to go throw up, and I'd be sitting there like. But no, second grade.
Nigga, what?
Second grade, Bridget threw up on my tray.
That's fucking
Third grade, Asia threw up on my tray. I remember all of it, cause like that shit really has hindered me in this life until I'm drunk. Like I'm for real, I'm terrified to throw up. Like if somebody would throw up at school, I gotta leave.
What if like one of your friends need moral support and they like
I can't do it.
constantly
Then I
you can't hold the hair.
I can give myself a pep talk like Micayla, like, but I'm literally like I'm helping while like covering my ears. I can't look, but I'd be curious and like, what color was it? And I don't know why that's my.
What the fuck?
But I'm like,
what the fuck?
I don't know what color was it, but yeah, throw up is my biggest fear.
Hell no.
And because of throw up, it has caused me to be scared of like eating shit. But it's more so like a phobia.
Oh, like eating the wrong shit that makes you wanna like
regurgitate shit because I'm scared I'm gonna throw up.
Interesting.
Wow.
I get it.
Wow, that's
interesting.
Oh.
Yeah, I used to hate throwing up and shit.
Are you afraid to see it? Are you afraid to just like see it?
In general, I don't throw up either.
Okay.
If I do, like I'll be the one eating, like somebody would tell me it's okay, like you can let it out. I would just throw up that shit.
You don't need to.
How do you tell your body to not let that shit out?
I be really like it be like oh
Hell
like,
no.
I don't.
panic attack.
I feel like I don't want to
would be
like
panicking like
dive that deep into it, but like at the same time I am fascinated because like that's when I gotta throw, like I gotta do it, like I have to do it.
It's like
I
taking
know
a
what
shit.
it's
It's like
coming,
taking a
though.
shit. You gotta do it.
Yeah, I just be sitting there like I mentally cannot release that. I just be like stuck, feeling like shit
Damn, that's crazy.
until I'm like.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
What's yours?
My biggest fear? Like a cockroach crawling across my face.
I knew it. I
That would
could
be fucking terrible.
Yeah, I don't know what it. I don't know why you can't just see the good in all life.
That has happened to me before.
See the good.
The fuck are you
See the
talking
good in
about?
the road. See the good in the road.
It's happened
Yeah.
before, but
Yeah.
See the good in it.
Bro,
It's
I've
happened
never.
That's happened to me before, yeah.
What?
Have you ever ate a bug?
Fuck, nigga, huh? Well, I mean, we all eat.
Never ate a
Oh,
bug.
unintentional.
You gotta eat a bug
Shut
once.
the fuck up.
She's like, no. Don't make me want
You
to
gotta eat a bug once.
What were you
You never ate a
I
bug
was
as a
at
kid?
IHOP, and the fly was in my pancake.
You.
I ain't eat it.
Oh,
I,
okay.
like was eating them the pancakes.
Damn, that's crazy.
Never just walking on my face.
Hit you with a mean crunch.
So how did
Like-
how did a cockroach?
Okay, well, I was asleep, and this was during the period where I had my best friend at the time. She was always going through some shit. I ended up giving her my bed, and so I was sleeping on the floor, like literally, like my bed was not in my room. Like she took that shit, yeah, like she wasn't sleeping on the bed. Like I had no bed, and so.
People pleasing 101.
So, I mean, yeah. Anyways,
Okay.
but I knew I was gonna get a new bed eventually. So I had been sleeping on the floor, and in the middle of the night I was fucking asleep, and I just felt something on the back of my neck. I just felt something on the back of my neck, and I like, of course, moved to like touch it, and then I just was like, I felt something like scurry, and I seen like it was like right in front of me, like as I'm laying down on the ground, and it's dark in the room. And at the time I was like an avid book reader, and I had these little bookmarks that were kind of shaped like this, and they were like little magnets, and so I didn't know if what I was looking at was one of them or a fucking bug. And so I end up like kind of like and it fucking, of course, scattered, and I fucking panicked. But it didn't like crawl on my fucking face.
Yeah.
That shit was just still close as fuck for
Yeah.
comfort.
That-
And it was one of them fat roaches. Like I don't even be seeing like fat roaches no more. Like I be seeing like mini ones.
For the roaches in Savannah, they big as fuck.
Bro, Savannah is a different place, bro. I don't think I will ever go
Roaches
back
out
to
there
Savannah.
are huge.
I'm surprised it's attached to Georgia. To be honest, just based off the energy is there. It's close to Florida.
The
That's why.
spirits in Savannah are just thick. Like that shit is thick.
It's
The
known as
energy
one
is
of the haunted
everywhere.
cities.
That shit is fucking.
I had a cockroach crawl across my forehead once while I was asleep. And well, I was kind of like half asleep, and you just felt this light feathery movement, and I was like, and once it like moved, I was like, I got up and I cut on my light, and I was like, please don't let me see a cockroach, please don't let me see a cockroach, please don't let me see a cockroach. I look in the corner like where my bed was, and I just gave it about 10-15 seconds. I was like, okay, I don't see anything. Then that nigga appeared. I was like, you bitch, you motherfucker.
Gotcha.
Damn.
Not got you.
That nigga, that shit hurts. And it's been a fear ever since.
Do you think being selfish is a bad thing?
Yeah. Do you?
No.
No.
Cause no.
Like, so when people call
Cause what is that really?
Right.
Like I really shit like that lately. I just been feeling like, would you even label it that if you did that for yourself? Would it bother you so
Right.
much?
If you were in your own shoes, like, yeah.
And I know that it used to bother me, and now that I'm like here, it's like shit. That's why. But I don't know what other people think. That's just how I've been feeling about it. That could even be a selfish thought, but shit, that's what I think. So no.
What about you, Trinity?
I don't even know I don't even know what the word selfish means anymore. Like I don't even, like I legitimately, because of course it's like selfish, the word growing up, it's always had a super negative connotation.
Super negative connotation.
Super negative connotation. And it's like, where is the difference between like selfish, the negative, and like, I don't like the positive part of it, but also like what the fuck does the word mean, like literally, like somebody look that shit up.
It means someone who only thinks of themselves and considers everyone second or something, or just like someone
yeah,
who,
of course the fuck not.
someone thinks of themselves and they don't care about others, I guess.
But the answer
they
to that would, of
care.
course, be yeah. I mean, yeah, that'd be a bad thing. But it's like different. It's not selfishness. What we're referring to, like
Right.
it's self-help. So I don't know, like people's perception
Just
of
self, period. It's just self. Like,
Yeah.
it's not even really
So
like,
good.
that shit doesn't even extend.
raspberries.
That's really so good.
Berries of rasp.
Weird texture.
Sometimes these bitches be a hit or miss.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing you agree with them as
What?
well. Like, you don't think selfish is being called selfish is a bad thing.
I remember like the first person I ever met that was like really selfish, or like me perceiving them as selfish, and it wasn't really negative. It wasn't really negative, but it was my first time ever thinking this person was selfish, and it was Ike, and I was like,
Really?
Yeah.
That's kinda wild.
Because he's so selfless, like in many ways. He's definitely like just opened the door for us to, you know, like come to Costa
You
Rica
got
and just,
chopsticks.
you know,
Oh God.
to just do whatever.
Ike.
Like, man.
Oh.
That nigga just sent me a beat. That's crazy.
I understand.
That nigga's bad.
You see me over here
Get
like,
into his
yeah.
clammy hands.
Yeah, I haven't coming.
I thought you were talking about Ike. I was like, damn, you know, Ike's hands are clammy.
You got clammy hands? I mean,
But no, wait, how did you see that nigga?
Just cause like he
I'm curious.
wanted to be by himself so much that I would just be like, damn, like he didn't invite me. You know, I'm like, damn, this nigga. Like,
so you were
Selfish.
projecting your insecurities onto
pretty
him.
much, yeah, I was
Hells
aware of
no.
that. I mean, it's just like, you know, he would go see the sunset by himself, and I'm like, damn,
Do you not know who I am?
know sunset.
I am Sunset.
Like that's
You
crazy.
didn't stop by the door.
Right. You're like, you want to see the sunset? I was like, damn, this nigga.
He just do it.
This nigga's secure on his own. I don't know about that.
So that's what that I had to perceive it, because I've heard myself. I've been called selfish before by other people, and I've usually realized people only call you selfish when they want something from you, when they need something from you. It's like, because otherwise you wouldn't be calling me selfish, and I'm not giving it to you at your expense.
So what's the balance? What's the balance for you? Or what's the balance?
That's a great
not
question.
just specific.
Where's the balance? It's when knowing when you're. Go ahead. It's knowing when you're.
cause I got raspberry in my mouth now.
It's knowing when your cup is full enough to share with others. And it's coming from like a healthy place where you can be selfless. Is when that's the balance for me.
So my answer was gonna be that it's not really a balance. It's just you have to kind of be selfish to be able to do that. Cause like once your cup is full, then you can pour without thinking of it as overextending. Cause you know you just got enough overflow.
Yeah. I always say like, two wholes make a whole. Like, it doesn't matter what kind of relationship it is. If it's a
Two holes
friendship,
make a hole.
literally, like
That's been my
familial, like
perspective shift.
it's,
I have really grown up thinking that like, oh, we come together, we're one. Like, no, I'm just not understanding these three dumbass like.
Did you say 3?
Yeah.
Plus
As
equals
in-
3.
As in, or as in like you, me, and
Okay, so
the
like say
entity
me and
that-
you come together,
the entity that
then we
create.
just create a 3.
Yeah.
not like me and you are together
Is she
as
talking
one.
about what I was talking about to you the other day?
Yeah, very similar.
Okay.
Really
I just wanted to
very
make sure we was on the same
Yeah.
page.
That's
Very
been
similar.
like heavy on my mind lately.
Very,
Oh,
very
okay,
similar.
got it.
Like that realization you had, Trinity, about like you becoming a completely different entity when you merge with someone else. Like what y'all create a different entity.
Yeah.
how does that even happen?
So it can be looked at as 3 or it can be looked at as 1, because you can just completely
Yeah.
just
A new
acknowledge
being,
the new
yeah.
being and take out the 2 separate beings. But
Well, we got one more question.
What's the last question?
what's
What's the fourth question?
Are you afraid of death? No.
Oh, easy one for me. That's definitely a no.
I am deeply, deeply terrified. Strongly terrified.
That's insane to me. That's
Like,
crazy.
where do I go?
Are you serious?
No.
Okay.
Nah, I'm Yeah, no, what the fuck? Like, what the? It's like asking, are you afraid of life?
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little afraid about how that shit gonna happen though.
Yeah, low key, I'm like,
they not do like too much.
Nah, I feel you. I don't keep feeling you. I don't like being mauled by a grizzly bear. Like, I don't need that.
No one wants to go in deeper.
That one.
That shit is kind of simple for me, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I've honestly never thought about what death even looks like. I'm just like, well, I know that it's gonna happen, so I mean, I just kind of let it go from there. Once I learned like that shit was an option, I was just like, okay, all right, the option that I can't control. You know, I was like, all right, well, shit, I'm gonna just live, you know, freely. Like, of course, I would hate to like fall off a cliff or some shit. That's not fun, but
That's not fun.
you know, at the end of the day, I'll be climbing shit, so it can happen. Like, it's, you know, it's a possibility.
The moment of death.
I don't want cancer. I just have to. Yeah, let me add that. I don't want like a debilitating like disease. That I want my full active body, and I just want to, you know, damn bitch. I just want to like just fade away. You know,
Just
naturally.
fade away naturally.
That inspired another question too, but yeah.
Yeah, but I ain't wanna like get deep.
You said what?
Not even deep, but like route to a place
I'm
I'm not
gonna
wanting
change
to
my
be
bag.
at.
That shit's in my bag.
So talking about this and healthy and
Yes.
whatever. I have this weird feeling that like, why the fuck am I eating plants? Like, I get it, they're healthy, but like, it's a plant. Like,
Hold on.
I'm dead ass.
Okay.
Hold on.
It's just like makes me so sad.
How long have you been having this feeling? Like,
Recent.
interesting.
They don't want to be ate.
Okay, so what do you do feel like should be eaten that you're okay
That's
with?
the thing. I don't know. I'm like, damn, what the fuck I'm supposed to eat then?
I think eating is its own topic, and I can go deeper into how like it is an illusion in a way. Nothing needs to be consumed for us to exist. Like, technically, there are breatharians.
This nigga is a breatharian.
There are, yeah,
I don't understand.
That's a real thing?
I don't understand.
breatharians. Yeah.
Explain it to me, please, because
Like,
I've heard of
is
it.
it like a documentary on them?
It's like, yo, shit, we can look up breatharians. So we'll look it up on YouTube.
Breatharians just sounds
Yeah.
like a fucking dinosaur.
It's like a
breatharian. Please.
I don't believe
I think
dinosaurs existed. Just gotta throw that out there, but continue. I really don't.
okay, that's another.
This nigga
topic.
might as well have said flat Earth.
No. Like really put into perspective of a meteor, just one meteor singular.
I never said
Yeah, like
that,
an
but you said that you said the
entire-
existence of dinosaurs. You didn't say
That's
how
right.
they went extinct. You
But it
said
was
the
just like-
existence of them.
Yeah, I have a
No,
hard
but
time.
like it.
I have a hard
Like,
time.
we're
with it.
enjoying
Okay,
the
well,
fuck out
say
of it.
something other than the meteor.
I am
that,
enjoying
like,
it.
I don't know. I mean, what?
Nigga,
like,
what?
Why would they just all like just all of them all at once?
Your
You know
mouth
what
is
I mean?
like,
Nigga, okay, but who the fuck said, like, nigga, okay, for one, I never got to, I wasn't asked the question.
Wait.
We weren't done talking, I
We
wasn't
weren't.
done hearing
We
y'all
weren't.
talk about the answer to my question.
We weren't.
The death.
Oh, okay, we can
Like,
explore
I
that.
still wanted to hear what the fuck niggas was saying.
Okay. What was I talking about before you expressed?
Nothing.
Oh, breatharian. I was talking about breatharian.
Yeah, that
but-
wasn't connected to the death though.
yeah. Kind of.
Yeah, it was. It kind of like.
Death is the very opposite of death, if you ask me.
The fact that you were making such a profound claim, like, I would love to hear your answer because we were about to get into breatharianism, and I was about to explain how.
I don't like that.
I was about to explain
I
how
don't
eating
like
is,
that.
is an illusion. Yeah,
You said vegan?
eating is an illusion. Consuming in general, it's not a necessity for us to live. But let's go back to death.
Well, y'all, I wanted to hear more of what y'all were saying because then
That
I was
was the
going to
answer.
respond.
No.
You said about how it happens. You're concerned.
Yeah.
About.
Yeah, no, we all kind of agreed on not wanting to die in this very like harsh way. Like, you know, the body. What's so funny.
It's just funny that you just like, collectively, we've all decided.
We said it though.
It's just funny of how you're delivering it to me. Like, that's the only part that you guys talked about, like the way that it would happen. That's what you have fear surrounding.
Yeah. That's what it is. We're not afraid of death, and I don't think we can literally fear what's gonna happen. We just, niggas have a preference. Niggas want to lay in a bed and just slowly like drift off.
Really?
I mean, yeah, that's what I would want.
You know what?
That's
It's
what I
so
say.
interesting.
You want to go out like a fucking G, huh?
Nigga, fuck
Something
no.
like-
I feel like I've done that in the past lifetime. I don't know, but I don't know how I would want to die, but I also don't understand the obsession with life. Stop it. And
No,
it's
I get it.
I know I've been
Oh God, no! I get it.
My question was gonna be that, like, have you ever wanted to
my
die?
God.
Have I ever wanted to die? I mean,
That
of course
is
I wanted to
hilarious,
die.
bro.
Like, definitely on some depressed shit. But like,
That is
society really has an obsession with living like Botox this, collagen that, like this diet for a long, like y'all
Trying to
don't
preserve
even
it,
want to
yeah.
get old. Like y'all don't even want to get old. Y'all kind of want to stay frozen in time. And I'm like, bro, like this being on Earth is literally, for one, there's a wait list to get here, only to know that you're going in for a rough experience. Like you're going in this bitch to like experience trauma and hardship and love and light and all that other stuff, and just to ascend on another level. Why are you so worried about staying here? Like, nigga, you've got somewhere else to be. Like, let this shit rock. Let this shit ride. Like, this shit is not meant to be forever. And I'm just like, what are you going, like,
I think I fucking said that. I think I told this nigga that in Malibu. I was like, I'm not trying to go past a certain limit, like
certain age.
Yeah, I'm trying to go like soon. I don't want to be like 90 and like I'm not. I'm good.
I don't want to experience that.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool. Like when I've reached my peak, I can go. I feel comfortable with that shit.
And it's because it's like
Botox is ridiculous.
I'm excited. Like I know, like it's fine. Like death is not to be feared. Like that shit. Like there's too many testimonies. There's too much past life hypnotherapy shit that I've read that I'm like, why would I fear this shit? Like this shit is not like it is where I came from. I'm just going back there. Like this was just temporary for me to experience something, and I've experienced here before. Like we're here for a reason, and it's crazy because it's like now understanding that for myself, I have to understand that like billions of other people don't understand that. And so I'm looking around at this society that we've built, and people are just so on such different sides of all these fences, and there's like not much, there's no understanding within any of it. Because like even when you talk to Christians, like them niggas are still not like, heaven is just like they don't even talk about heaven enough to give a nigga real comfort. So I'm like for me, like when my grandma died recently, like that shit didn't bother me. Like I was just like, good for her. Like I
like
just,
it's celebration. Over.
I mean, she was ready to go. Like she was old as shit, and like, and I remember my nana. She was like, because the grandma is the one that raised her, my great granny, and she was like, you don't think about grandma going to heaven, like, and I'm like, do you want me to envision her in some white realm, looking the way that she looked before she died, staring down at all of us in real time? Like, you want me to like look at her like she's watching us right now at this very moment, like time? Like she's probably up there and like seeing me when I'm like 60. Like she's also seeing all of that shit all at once. Like, why would I find comfort? Like, and it's obvious like you don't even find comfort in what it is that you're saying to me. So I don't know. I have such strong opinions on like death and like the rebirth cycle. And I was fucking reading yesterday the past life regression book, and Shawty went through a past life one of the clients, she experienced a past life where she was like a Native American woman living off the east coast of Florida, and she had a very peaceful life full of just like knowledge and just like intuition. Like it was really just intuition of her and her people. And she was saying like, we don't celebrate life or death. Like everyone around me, around my dying body is like at peace. Like we have no strong pulling emotions about me leaving this body. Like, and we are aware that even when life comes in through pregnancy and a newborn, that like this isn't anything to be celebrated. And it's interesting their take on it. They're like, you know, like this soul has to come back and experience life on the densest plane possible. We are in the densest plane possible. Like this is the lowest that our vibrational frequency can get. This soul has to come and experience this shit again. It's not something to be very celebrated of, which is so interesting because it's like there are so many other possibilities of what we could be experiencing life on, and yet we are at the lowest density place having to go through this again. Like, yes, welcome. We enjoy your company. We enjoy you being here. Here's some lessons, you know, here's some fruit. But like, you know, it'd be nice. We know that we're all trying to get somewhere else. Is
Can
what
we
I'm
go
trying to
higher?
say.
Like, can we ascend?
We know we're trying to get somewhere else. Which,
Do we really?
This is what I'm saying.
Say, do we really?
Do we really what?
No.
I mean, and that's another thing, because I know that, like, I've had conversations with people who, for me, yes, I know. I know because of, like, what I've, like, there's no convincing me of anything else other than what I've read and done research on. And I've always known that reincarnation was real. Like, even before I understood like what it was textbook wise. Like, and I told you about this, like that my child's spirit was in church and was just like, yeah, reincarnation. They didn't say shit about it, but I knew that shit was real. Like, I've been here before.
That's funny. It's funny. Like, they didn't mention nothing of it, but yeah, reincarnation.
Yeah,
like,
reincarnation. And it's like the not knowing is what fucked me up a lot. And so the fact that now I have the knowledge backing behind so much scientific data of people who have experienced past life regression and hypnotherapists who undergo so many thousands of patients, and they're giving their testimony about this is exactly what we're here to do. This is what happens after we die, like X, Y, and Z. Like, yeah.
I will say this. I agree with a lot of what you said, because it is about the lessons here on Earth. Like, we came here to learn lessons. However, I don't feel like it's a thing of us trying to develop to get somewhere else.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely like the lesson here is like presence, in that embodied as much as possible so that you can travel and expand as many places as possible. You can literally go wherever you want through presence and embodying that through different lifetimes. So it's like, rather than feeling like you're here, you're doing work to like get to somewhere else, you can literally find that heaven. You can literally find it here in this dimension, in the densest realm possible in the universe. You can find heaven, you can find bliss, you can embody it, and then take that with you to the next lifetime and expand on a different form that isn't as dense as this one. So
Yes, that's true. That's true.
So do you feel like the work that you've done up to this point, like just all the inner work that you've gone through, do you think it's helped develop kind of that heaven that you're talking about? Like, just that sense of like, okay, I'm at peace with myself. I know I can keep growing in this form on this plane, and then when it's time, it just goes naturally. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it takes a different form of exactly what this is in the next life. All the work I've done is to create heaven on earth, because it's possible. It's very much possible. This shit dense, and we are in the physical realm, but that's the purpose.
It is 10 o'clock.
It feels like 12 or some shit.
These shrooms don't feel 10 enough.
Yeah.